Hello, everyone, and welcome to our Monday Quick Start training. My name is Craig Peliquin, Vice President of Sales and Marketing at Glissandra, and keep on losing my glasses, so thank you. On my birthday on the weekend, I got the coolest gift. I got a little dog here named Buster, and he holds my glasses just like that so I don't lose them. So my new best friend, keep my glasses so that I can find them. Thanks to everyone and all your well wishes over the weekend on Facebook and LinkedIn and those that attended. I hope you had a lot of fun. I know I did, and I love the fact that with Glissandra, every year we get 1 year younger instead of 1 year older. So what we're going to do is over the summer, we're going to take some really special trainings on every Monday, and we're going to take little snippets of what we would normally do on a full-scale Glissandra University or Super Saturday and break it up into bite-sized chunks. So without further ado, let me bring up some information here for everybody and we can get started. So we're going to kind of get back to the basics here. And let me share my screen now. And let's really look at some serious statistics. Most people are going to work 90,000 hours before they retire. We all have the intent to do well, yet nothing happens until we take action. Today will start your first 45 days in Glissandra. Whether you're a brand new member or you've been with us for a few weeks, a few months, or a few years, if you want to get started, this is a great time in the summer to start getting your business going. So don't reinvent the wheel. Put your pride and your ego away and do it the Glissandra way. And I'm going to teach you over the next little bit, some simple little techniques that I've used over the past 20 years. And these techniques are things that I've simply copied from other people that are successful in network marketing. So the 4 cornerstones for success. Number 1, you have to have belief in the industry of network marketing. So surprises me now, even in 2015, the negativity that's still out there in some people's eyes about MLM or network marketing. My belief is so strong in the industry. I've been involved with it over 2 decades. I've seen all the positives, and yes, I've seen negatives, but that happens in any industry that you can be in. So you do need to have a strong belief in our industry. Don't be afraid of using those 3 letters MLM. I was even talking to somebody on the weekend on my birthday about it, and her question was, is it one of those MLM companies? And my answer was absolutely. That's why I'm so excited about it. And it's amazing the response and how it differs if you're enthusiastic about your business and our industry. You need to have strong belief in the company. That's really simple with the people we have behind our company. You need to have belief in the products. Now, we are a real product-focused company over the past 5 years. And so really the belief in the products, once you try the products, your belief is really strong. And belief in yourself. And right now, sit down and write down where on a scale of 0% to 100%, where is your belief right now? Because you want to eventually get those beliefs being up at 100% in all 4 of these areas. So I want you to take in these weekly trainings with the constant thought in mind that you must teach it to someone else, because you're going to find that you retain more. I want you to take all possible action towards breaking out of your comfort zone. You become a more effective prospector and presenter this way. I want you to record and highlight all the information that will strengthen your commitment to succeed in Glissandra, because you're going to want to refer to it from time to time. So let's just look right now, just get back to the basics. What is Glissandra? Well, our offices are located in Richmond, British Columbia, and at the Hong Kong University of Science and Technology in Hong Kong. We're a vertically integrated company. What that means is we're in charge of our product from berry to bottle. We're debt-free. We have a corporate management with extensive industry experience. We have a global compensation plan, which is great as we grow around the world. You only need to build 1 team, and it can be infinitely built in every country. We have the best computer software that MLM money can buy. And we have a strong corporate commitment to training and support. That's why we're here on Mondays to help you and your team. And the recordings on this weekly training series will be put into your back office. Now, one of the neatest things that I've read and used in the past is something called The History and Truth of Network Marketing. It was written by one of our newest members that just joined our team in the last month, Greg Stewart. And he's the person that taught me everything there is to know about network marketing. So where can you find that? Let me just go online and show you. Quick little place to be able to do that. So let me just go and share my screen and share. And let's go History and Truth of Network Marketing. And if we go there, written by now Dennis Wilson on his internet site has it written down on there. So if you go to internetnextstep.com or you type into Google History and Truth of Network Marketing by Greg Stewart, it's a wonderful piece that he created. That if you've got anybody that has any doubt about network marketing and its merits, get them to read this, print this out, email it to somebody, a fabulous tool for you to be able to use to build your team. So thank you, Greg. Over 20 years, you told me, Greg, to be successful in this business, all I had to do was copy successful people. And I've been copying you for 20 years. It's great to have you now working with Glissandra. And we're going to have a lot of fun copying each other. So let me get back now to the presentation here. So that's just one great little tool to have. So to establish the foundation of your Glissandra business, you need to start off with total knowledge. That is what these trainings are all about. Total honesty. This is another really important thing for me in network marketing. I mean, sometimes the joke out there is, how do you know a network marketer is lying? Because he's talking to you or her lips are moving. There's always that joke. You know, let's get rid of that stereotype at Glissandra. We don't need to exaggerate. We don't need to say we're making millions of dollars when we're not. We have a beautiful product with 24 years of research and development behind it with real science. Just get out there and be honest and share the product. Total commitment. If it was against the law to be a Glissandra distributor, would there be enough evidence to convict you? Get out there, commit to your business. If you employed yourself, if you own Glissandra and you were a Glissandra employee, would you fire yourself for the amount of effort you're putting in? Ask yourself these questions. Where do you want to be? Total commitment and total integrity. All of these come together to create that. This is the foundation of your Glissandra business. Now we're going to talk a little bit about time management, because this business is designed to be done on a consistent hour or two a day of effort. Now, those of you that want to go and put in more time can make it happen faster. But for the average person, they've already got a career, they've got a job. This is going to be something they do in conjunction to what they're doing as an additional income. So this is something that was taught to me 20 years ago at one of my very first trainings. And in the morning, have a little cue card or have this on your iPhone, have it as your backdrop. I don't care how you want to do this. Have it on your fridge. I must do the most productive thing possible with the amount of time I have left at any given moment of the day. If you look at seconds like dollars, there's only so much time in the day. And if you don't spend all your time wisely, at the end of the day, whatever time you didn't use, it's wasted. You can't get it back. Imagine having a bank account with $500,000 in it, and you had to spend $500,000 every single day. Because at the end of the day, it would be empty. You'd have no more money left. Whatever you didn't spend would disappear, but at the beginning of the day, you'd get another $500,000. Would you spend every dime? Of course you would. Do the same thing with money. Or with your Glissandra business. Now, the most valuable areas to spend time in Glissandra. Number one is sharing Glissandra, the hour a day system, or our website, inviting people to a Glissandra presentation, following up with those you shared information with, making presentations face-to-face, and welcome aboard calls with your upline. This is how you build your business. posting nice little tidbits and quotes on Facebook and shuffling papers and organizing your office and uploading new photos and profile. Those are all nice and fun. Do that outside of your Glissandra hours. I have so many people say they're exhausted, they work so hard, but they didn't do any of these 5 things that you need to do to be successful. So you need to do it right now to be able to build your team. So let's look at 5 areas in which most people are currently wasting their time instead of building their business. Number 1, television. That would be the number 1 thing. If you imagine how many hours are spent in front of the boob tube, television is the number 1 time waster. Right close behind it would be games and apps on your phone. Number 2, I mean, Candy Crush has got to be one of the biggest time wasters out there. Or Words with Friends, or any of those Angry Birds, all those things there. Dead prospects. This is another way. How many of you are still following up with the same people that you've been following up with weeks and months or even years? Do me a favor, get a stamp and go to Staples and have next put on it. And I want you to stamp them on the forehead with a big stamp that says next. That way, if I see them walking down the street, I'll know there's no point in talking to them. Dead distributors is another one. If you've got people in your team that are not committed to building a business, they just want to be happy product users, let them be happy product users. Don't expect them to be business builders. Leave them to be what they want to be. Ask them when they join Glissandra on a scale of 1 to 5. 1 meaning you just want to be a customer. Don't bother me with the business. 5 meaning I want to build a big team. Tell me where you're at so I know how much follow-up you need. And sweating the details. You know what? It is so much easier to have enthusiasm on fire than knowledge on ice. Get out there and have some fun with your business. You know what? I'm just gonna go and stop sharing that for a second. And you're gonna go through 4 stages in Glissandra. And I'm gonna explain these how it was explained to me 20 years ago. You're gonna start off in Glissandra and you're gonna be unconsciously incompetent. That means you don't even know what it is that you don't know. And that's the best time to build your team. With our help, you can do it. As soon as you go and introduce your first person to start talking to a few people and you get a few no's and some questions and some rejections, you go from unconsciously incompetent to consciously incompetent. And that's when most people quit. That's why when you're doing follow-ups, you want to have your upline, you want to have somebody else helping you with the phone calls. So you're going to go from unconscious incompetence to conscious competence. Then through the weeks and the trainings in the back office, you're going to get better and better as people join. And you're going to go into conscious competence. And then eventually you're going to get into unconscious competence where you don't need to think about it. The words roll off your tongue. You know the answers to the questions and you're able to build. Think about it like, I guess the best way to look at it is driving a standard for the very first time. The first time you drove a standard, I'm just changing it. See, I'm having some difficulty with the lighting here. That should be better. The first time you drove a standard car, you didn't know what it is you didn't know. You started off, you were unconsciously incompetent. And the minute you put the clutch into gear, and you popped the clutch and you stalled, you became consciously incompetent. Then after a while, you had to think about every shift and every time you moved the clutch, you became consciously competent. And now, a few months or years later, you jump in the car, you turn it on, and you go, you don't think about it. That's what's going to happen in your Glissandra business. So let's get back into the presentation. So write down right now, what are you going to begin to do or stop doing because of this information? Really, really important. Write it down now. So how do you present Glissandra the business opportunity? Notice I'm talking about the business opportunity, not presenting the products. I'm talking right now about presenting the business. So you need to have a good personal story. You know, we've got You can use any of our videos that use a laptop, smartphone, iPad, tablet. We've got your own before and after photos. Those are the best, or some of the photos of team members, and they're posted all over the internet. You got your actual Glissandra.com website. It's a great way to go and present it. A prospecting website if you're using the hour-a-day system. You know, you do need to have products, so a full set of product is an absolute must. A serum, a face cream, and an eye cream. I always carry around a sample serum so people can try the products. Obviously, you also, that's what I'm talking about, tester serum. You want to be always having a bottle of GSF. It's the easiest product out there to retail to get people to see the results. Brochures, retail receipts for when you go and make a sale. Prospecting business cards are absolutely fantastic. One of the best things that you can have to be able to go out there and create excitement. Now, what you need to do is develop your story and your testimonial, okay? And this is crucial. It should be 60 seconds maximum. I know that sounds hard. Take some practice to get your story down to 60 seconds. You just need to say your name, where you're from, background, your education, your occupation, and then benefits of Glissandra. Maximum 4. Don't ramble on. Typically 2 or 3 things that got you involved with Glissandra, whether it's a product testimonial or a business testimonial or a combination of the 2. How you started. When I joined Glissandra, I started on the fast track. I got that going. I got 3 full sets of product, or I got 2 full sets of product and 4 bottles of GSF. Tell your story, because I knew that I wanted to do this business and I wanted to maximize my building potential. So I knew this was what I needed to have to be successful. Always save the best for last. You know, and the best part about this company is it's allowed me to be able to earn a part-time income or a full-time income on a part-time basis. It lets me put some money away for my kids to go to college. Maybe it's something to get a vacation every year. Whatever your best is for last. Develop your story. Email it to me. I'll help you hone it and get it to be perfect. Now let's talk about the system. How do you build your Glissandra team? Let's get back to the basics here. The system, information. It's a 3-way phone call and then presenting Glissandra. So I want you to notice, this is really important. Avoid explaining our business to someone that you want to sponsor. I want to repeat that. Avoid explaining our business to someone you wish to sponsor. The longer you talk on the phone with somebody, the more likely they will not join because they think it's too hard. They need to know everything. Use the hour-a-day prospecting system or our website, and then have your upline talk to them on a 3-way call. Third-party involvement is a must. If your sponsor isn't active, call the company and find out who your next upline active member is, and we'll set you up to talk with them. If you don't have them and you've got to use me and you need somebody, talk to me. I'm available to do 3-way calls as well. That's what I do. I do them every single day with team leaders that need me. Now, who is a prospect? Who should we be talking to? A prospect has a burning desire to succeed. Somebody has good work ethic. Somebody that has a coachable attitude. Here's the system. If you look at it like a baseball diamond, you're trying to hit a home run. You're going to start off, go to first base by giving somebody some information, whether they go to the website, an introductory call, the hour-a-day prospecting system. Then, once they've got that and you determine they've looked at some information, you're going to follow up with third-party validation. That's a 3-way call. And as a new distributor, you get to learn from having your upline answer all the questions. Then that's going to lead to a business presentation, whether it's one of our online webinars or a live meeting with your upline leader. Remember, you do this with somebody. You are in business for yourself. You're not in business by yourself. That's going to ultimately lead to a decision which will result in a product sale, a new distributor, worst case scenario, a referral. So let's create an action plan right now. Start sharing Glissandra or a prospecting card or a website or the hour-a-day system with just 10 people this week. Do it in the next day, in the next, by the end of this month. You've heard that our $1 join for $1 ends on June the 30th, tomorrow at midnight. It's over. So get out there, share with 10 people the fact that they can save $29 right now, plus some significant savings initially when they join with their first product purchase. What a great time to join. Get out there and talk to some people today. If you shared with 5 or 10 people, you'd end up with 5 retail customers, 2 new distributors, and 3 that aren't interested. Just got to get out there and do it. You need to make a personal action plan. Properly share the website or the hour-a-day system with just 1 person a day. If you did that all month, you would have shared it with 30 people. Imagine the kind of results that you would have. Be consistent. And that doesn't mean you can share it with 5 people today and take 5 days off. Every day, be consistent. Now, one-on-one presentations, the 2 best ways to begin are with enthusiasm and finding things in common. Now, this is usually going to start with that initial phone call. I never recommend meeting somebody if you're brand new one-on-one. Always try to do it 2-on-1, 3-way phone call, or with somebody that you know. Now let's take a look at the 5 basic steps to creating an effective presentation. So you need to get your prospects' attention. You need to find out a little bit about them. You don't want them looking away. Make sure that you're focused on them, that you're not doing other things. You set an appointment and you get their attention. You can do this by discovering your prospects' interest. They want to talk about what is interesting to them, not what about is interesting to you. Create a desire. Find out what their why is. Why would they want to join Glissandra? What would an extra $500 or $1,000 or $5,000 a month mean to them? Show leverage and duplication. Now, there's another thing great here on leverage and duplication, and let me go and show you how you can get that. One of the neatest places to go, and I should just be able to show it, should be right here. And I'm going to play this, and I'm actually going to pause this. I'm going to now go right into YouTube and find it. Make sure that we're sharing you guys properly here. And sorry, everybody. I'm going to make sure I'm presenting it properly. And go here and share. And I want to make sure you're seeing this exactly as I've seen it. And I'm not going to play it for you right now here. I'm going to show you where it is. This is literally Greg Stewart's presentation that he did for us 20 years ago, and Dennis Wilson memorized it. He copied it. I copied it, and then we put it into a neat little video scribe. And it's a 6-minute and 17-second video on YouTube. So if you go to YouTube, go the MLM Secret Video Scribe presentation, and it's going to explain to your prospect in 6 minutes leverage and duplication, just like I do in every Thursday presentation. It's done for you right here. It's the reason that I joined network marketing. It's the reason that all the big leaders in our industry and why we love it so much. It's the only industry that allows you on a part-time basis to introduce a few people who will introduce a few more, and those few become many. So use the tools that we have, everyone. It's so important. And let's go back to our presentation there. So use that. So definitely you want to show that. And assure your prospect they made a wise decision. Of course, when they join, when somebody new enrolls in Glissandra as a member, your work has not stopped. It's only just begun, because then you want to get them the information they need to be sure that they can effectively duplicate. So what do you need to have that? Some approach techniques. Everyone is a potential prospect for Glissandra. Now, why is that? Well, because everyone wants more money and better lifestyle. I have never met a person with a full bank account, ever. And those people that typically have lots of money don't have any time. So whether it's time freedom or money they want, everybody's looking for a better lifestyle. Well, not everybody. I guess Bill Gates isn't looking for a better lifestyle. Some of them. We all want to look younger and feel better. Who doesn't want to do that? And everyone wants more time freedom. That's what it was for me. when I first got involved in the industry 20 years ago, I was working 80, 90, 100 hours a week. I was making a six-figure income, but I had no time to enjoy it. Develop an attitude of giving, not getting. And here's the importance of sponsoring up. So what do I mean by this? If on a scale of 1 to 10 on how you think you are compared to everybody else in the world, to say you're in the 5 in the middle, you're the most comfortable around 5s and 4s. People that are in the same level you are, or what you think are a little bit less, maybe make a little less money than you, or in a job that's a little less than you. So you are more comfortable. That's your comfort zone. It's easier for you to talk to 4s than it is for you to talk to 6s. So if you talk to 4s, 4s will talk to 3s, and eventually you got a bunch of 0s in your organization. But if you can go and reach out and talk to 6s and teach them to talk to 7s, eventually you get a bunch of 10s. That's the importance of sponsoring up. Now, what I want you to do, and this is important for everybody, whether you've done this or not, I'm sure many of you out there have all told me you made a list, but you haven't done it. And this is the importance of creating a list. I want you to drain your brain to paper, and you're going to go and you're going to write down a list of everybody you know. And you're going to do this at the end of this presentation, and you're going to start doing this. There's a few ways we can do this. You're going to rank them. You're going to order them. We're going to get to your chicken list. We're going to decide on a correct approach, and we're going to follow up. And this is how we're going to put your summer into massive action. So step 1, create a prospect list. Start with every single person you know. It doesn't mean if you put them down on the list, you're going to actually talk to them, but you're going to write down everybody you know. If you just look at your smartphone or your phone and your friends list on Facebook, you probably have, the average person has 300 or 400 people on Facebook and contacts in their phone. And people say, I don't know anybody. Start there. Who do you know with a large center of influence? Because somebody with a large center of influence is then going to be able to introduce other members. The goal of network marketing is to build teams that can build teams without you. Never prejudge whether your prospect is interested. Use the system. Sometimes the people that you think we're going to build the biggest team for you to be perfect, they don't do anything. And those that you didn't think had a chance at all become the biggest business builders on your team. Once you complete your list, add to it daily. Because just because you wrote them down, as I said this earlier, does not mean you'll end up contacting them. But you need to have a starting point. Then gather some information about your prospects, and with a best guess, you're going to assign points. And here's what I mean by that. In our ranking system on people, number 1, are they positive? Do they generally react positively to new ideas or things to do? Your best guess when you think of that person, if you say yes, give them a 1 point, no, give them no points. Are they local? Do they live within an hour drive? Or do they have, are they with their smartphones and internet all the time? Are they, computer friendly? Yes is a 1, no is a 0. Are they successful in anything, not just making money or business? So maybe they're really good at macrame, or maybe they're really good at putting puzzles together. Or they're a great artist, or maybe they do things as a hobby and they're really good at something. Not just making money or business. If they're successful, 1 is a yes, 0 for a no. Are they entrepreneurial? Do they like the idea of new ventures and making money? You say yes, give them a point. No, give them 0 points. Are they open-minded? Do they listen with an open mind and not prejudge? Yes is 1, no is 0. And finally, money. Can they afford to get started in a proper manner? If they can just afford to enroll for $1 and buy 1 product, they got maybe $150, you give them a 1. Can they start with our business builder packet, $498? Give them a 2. If it's no problem for them to start at our top level of $998 as a fast start, give them a 3. Add up the scores, make your top 30 list. So you take the top 30 together from that, the top numbers, that is probably your chicken list, which is really funny. When you fill in the details, you'll probably see that. Now there's an app for that. You don't have to do this on pen and paper. MLM List Creator Pro, created by the same company that does our computer software to run Glissandra. Go on iPhone or on Android, type in MLM List Creator Pro, download the app. It's a couple of dollars. In my training I did, I think last week, I did my top apps that I use every day. This is one of the apps. Fantastic for you to be able to use this app. Go download it. In a couple of hours, if you download this app, it'll ask you 180 questions, and you'll create your top 30 list, and it'll automatically email it to your sponsor. So once I said, it's available on Google Play and in the App Store. Now write down this website. Go to www.houraday.com/Craig. You can get all the links to the apps that I've just been talking about, plus the Hour a Day system that we've been mentioning, which we've created a Glissandra template, and you can automatically have it uploaded and start building your business today. The cost is just $29.99 a month. I think it's $2.99 for the year. And work on your chicken list, because everybody, this is the reason I wanted to talk today, is I wanted to get you to get your top 30, get them down today, because this summer we're going to go and work on them. How many of those people can you connect with in the next 24 hours, in the next 48 hours, this week, this month? Imagine how big your business will be. Once you've got that top 30 list, you're going to phone your upline. You're going to work with your upline and your sponsor, and you're going to decide on how you're going to approach them. You don't need to do this on your own. You're going to decide, do you want to use the Hour a Day system, a website, business presentation? Do you want to have a wine and wrinkles party, three-way phone call? You decide how you're going to be able to do that. So that's what I wanted to do today, everyone. I wanted to just spend a half an hour and get you back to the basics. Create a list. Do it either on paper or use one of the cool apps. Start getting out there. Be enthusiastic. We've got an amazing company. Great chance for you to be able to go out this summer when you're meeting family and friends. Share with them our amazing products and get your business on fire. Thanks for joining us today. I look forward to talking with you all this week and helping you build your teams. Make sure you've got as many people as you can to our Thursday webinar live here in Vancouver and online, 7:30 p.m. I'll be sharing the business of Glissandra and our products. So use the tools that we have to build your teams. Have yourself a great evening and get your Gliss on. Good night.